Hi guys. So in this video, in the previous video, we have created the API gateway, the REST API for our project, the Bitly clone, and we have successfully created it and we added the specific Lambda permissions to invoke those functions. And in this video, we are going to create we are going to add the custom domain for this API gateway. To add a custom domain, first we have to create a certificate for that we have to create manually because I am using the external DNS provider than the AWS. I'm not using the AWS Route 53. If you are using Route 53, you can automate whole infrastructure in the Terraform using Terraform. But we are not using the AWS Route 53, so I am using the GoDaddy DNS provider. So I have to create the manually. I have to create the certificate using it Amazon Certificate Manager manually. Then I will use the data. Then we will attach the custom domain to the this API gateway and we will map through the values. We will map through the API to that domain. So what we have to do, let's write our checklist. First we will create an certificate and we will attach it to the API gateway. That's the second thing, and we will map it to the API gateway. So these are the three things we have to do. So go to your console and write ACM Certificate Manager. There's already one certificate. I have to create a new one. Request next, and the domain will be shorten.rsxdev.co.in. DNS validation. Yeah, everything is fine. Request. Here you will get the values, the type and name and the values. We have to copy the name and the values and paste inside your domain DNS settings. As you can see, currently the status is pending validation. We have to create and record, so let's create it. The type will be CNAME, the value, the name, copy it and remove the RSX tab. Yeah, and copy the value. Remove this, yes. And now save. Now we have successfully added a DNS record. Shorten. So it will take some time and let's wait. You go to your certificates and you will see we want this status issued. Currently the status is pending validation. Let's wait for some time. So as you can see, the certificate has been generated, the status is issued. So now The first part is complete. The second part is we have to attach this domain to the API gateway. Let's go to our API gateway.tf. First we have to get the information of the certificate like the ARN. You can use the data object AWS ACM certificate, that's the resource name, not data name, and give it a name bit.ly certificate domain. What's our domain? It's the shortened dot rsxdev.co.in. Make sure you do not hard code these values in the .tf files. Put these variables, put these strings in the variables.tf file like this. Use the variable block and keep this .tf file clean. And the status is where the status string issued and most recent true. Now we have to attach this domain. So what's the resource name? Let me find it. AWS API Gateway domain name Terraform. That's the version 1. We need version 2, and there it is. That's the resource we need. Copy it. Copy the whole block and paste it. Give it a name bit.ly certificate. What's the domain name? And certificate ARN data dot AWS certificate dot ARN endpoint type regional security policy. That's it. Now we have attached this domain to the API gateway, but we have to map it. So for the mapping we will use the API mapping. There it is. Copy this resource and paste it. Give it a name bit.ly certificate mapping, something like that. What's the API ID? Dot bit.ly API dot ID. And what's the domain name? The domain ID, not the domain name. API gateway domain name dot ID. Yes, and the stage name is stage ID. AWS stage dot ID. Yeah, that's the thing we need. We have created an ACM certificate. By using this data, we are getting the ARN of it. We are using the ARN from this data block in the domain name, and we are mapping it the API to the domain name. And in the output we have to, because we are using an external DNS provider, so we need to configure our DNS record with this shorten.rsx.co.in. So this will give an target domain name. So that's the value we need to upgrade in the DNS record. So in the output we need an output. Output will be API gateway target domain, and the value will be AWS API gateway dot. So the AWS API gateway, let me domain name, and that's how you can attach the record. So that's what we need, this domain name configuration, the certificate dot domain name configuration 0 dot target domain name. It's using route 53, so it will automatically create and record inside the route 53, so you don't have to manually do the step that we are doing inside the GoDaddy provider. We are manually updating the DNS record. If you are using the AWS route 53, you can automate that. You can add the record via code by using Terraform. That's it. 0 dot target domain name. That's it. Save the files and first let's validate Terraform validate. Everything is correct. Let's Terraform plan. We have not saved it. I think we have not saved it. Yeah, we have saved. You can see the resource. Now let's apply it. Apply auto approve. It will take some time. Let's wait. As you can see, our resources has been created, and in the API gateway custom domain names you will see mapping is also created, and we just have to add a record in the DNS CNAME shorten the value. You can get the value from the UI. That's the value we have to paste, and I hope we got the value. As you can see, just copy the value and paste it right there. Save. Updated. Let me check the it gets propagated or not. Let me check it. Shorten dot co dot in, type cname. Yeah, it gets propagated most of the places. So let's verify it. Go to your HTTP test client test tool. Now we will use the shorten. Go to your DynamoDB table. Tables, bitly table, explore table items, and there's nothing we have to add. Shorten dot rsx dev.co.in and shorten method will be post body URL. Let me get the URL. Paste, send. As you can see, 200. Our domain name, custom domain name is attached successfully and mapped successfully to the API gateway. We are not using the API gateway URL, default URL. We are using our own domain, and the shortcode has been generated. Go to your copy the code and paste it. You will get the Excalibur redirected. Both our Lambda functions are working. Yeah, so thus now we have completed this step. The next step is we will create the front end using Next.js. For this project, we will quickly finish this project and we will move to the advanced things. And so yeah, that's it for the video. Thank you for the watching. Make sure you like and share and watch my other playlist also, other project playlist that I had created already. Yeah, that's it for the video. Thank you.